The resurrection of the soul, a way out of reincarnation. During the long history of mankind, all kinds of seekers, from the richest to the poorest, have tried to reach the highest goal, to fulfill their divine call. What kind of call is it? What is the purpose of life? And why are people searching for freedom, happiness, and God? Man not only consists of a personality, which we are or believe ourselves to be, but each human is also living in a microcosm, a little world in which the divine essence is hidden. Once it was a heavenly microcosm. Many legends and holy scriptures tell us about its majesty. Created according to the image of God, this divine microcosm was living in unity, freedom, and love. But falling in love with his own creation, man turned away from God. And in this way lost his heavenly radiance and fell into the realm of time and space. Wandering around the earth, the fallen microcosm is waiting for a personality who is conscious of its purpose and who will cooperate with the process of return to its divine origin. Deep in the heart of this fallen microcosm remains the latent divine essence. According to the universal doctrine, this divine center has been referred to as the pearl of the lotus and the spirit spark atom. The school of the Golden Rosy Cross calls this divine atom the rose of the heart. It is our highest destiny to help our heart's rose to bloom. But man has lost the memory of his divine origin. His life is as a labyrinth. Lost in the world, man is looking for the bridge from time to eternity. But first he must go through many experiences and suffering in order to understand the great seduction of this world, the imitation of the truth. But as soon as human beings thirst for liberation from imprisonment in time and space, then the radiance of Gnostic wisdom will come to show the way of true living.
What is the meaning of the symbol of the spiritual school of the Golden Rosy Cross? The rose is the symbol of the immortal Christ principle in the heart of those who answer the call of the Gnosis. The Gnosis is a radiation of light power, wisdom and love that penetrates everything. The cross is the symbol of man's nature. The horizontal beam signifies his way of life from birth to death. The vertical beam symbolizes the striving of the soul to return to its original divine sphere. As Christ said, "My kingdom is not of this world." And the gold? It has always been the symbol for perfection of the divine. Gold is the symbol for the sun of eternity. Attaching the rose to the cross means liberating the divine spirit spark atom in our hearts, dedicating our lives to the true purpose. And awakening the heavenly man within us. This for the resurrection of the new soul. The process of daily self-surrender is the realizing of John the Baptist's words. He, the other one in me, must increase, and I, John, must decrease. This will be the final liberation from the wheel of birth and death, the elimination of karma.
We have to become knights of the legends, with the shield of faith, the helmet of hope, and the sword of love. This is to overcome our microcosmic past and to defeat the dragon. Thus, we will find the secret place where the Holy Grail is hidden. In this way, we go through the dark spheres of our natural birth, the first birth, to become reborn by fire and spirit, the second birth. The newly awakened soul power will arm us and give us wings. The divine wisdom will be disclosed to us. We will be carried over obstacles and abysses. Heavenly messengers will help us with their power, and our thirst will be quenched with living water. All through the ages, this message was proclaimed by preceding brotherhoods, who have shown mankind the path of return by a serving life of love, sacrifice. In Egypt, our message was manifested through the holy threefold brotherhood: Osiris, Isis, Horus. Of all beings in our nature, said Hermes Trismegistus, only man is twofold: mortal according to the body, immortal according to the original inner man. As a true servant of the God of Sun, the pilgrim must cross the desert of life in order to reach the temple of initiation, where Pymander, the spirit, will be revealed to the new-born soul.
In China, Lao Tse was teaching Wu Wei, the way of doing by not doing, which leads to the resurrection in Tao, the infinite. Buddha revealed the way of healing by sanctification, the path of the Shanga, which leads to true life. He was living the eightfold way, the 8 virtues by which the blooming of the lotus in the heart to reality. In Greece, above the temple of Delphi, is the inscription, "Man, know thyself." Whoever was able to reveal this mystery was reading the following words at the exit of the temple: "Man, know thyself, and you will perceive God and the world." In Persia, Zarathustra taught the message of light and the tradition of the firebird. In Jesus Christ, the Logos devoted his power to fallen mankind, activating the process of overcoming the wheel of birth and death. The birth in the manger of Bethlehem, the life and radiant love, the crucifixion and resurrection are reality, yet also a symbol for the rebirth of the spirit soul in all of us.
And the Word became flesh, and the door was opened for mankind to a new era of liberation. I am the way, the truth, and the life. The early Christian communities devoted themselves to this promise for the awakening of the heavenly other one within. The Dead Sea Scrolls have given testimony to the purity of their struggle. The Manichaean Brotherhood of the 3rd and 4th centuries transmitted their devotion through their pearl songs. Fight for the sake of becoming beautiful pearls, my beloved ones, and be guided to heaven by the pearl divers of the light. The Bogomils and the Cathars followed 700 years later. Their love penetrated the country of the Pyrenees. It was asked, "Master, will all of the spiritual sparks be saved?" All of them, after difficult tests and much struggle to reach perfection, their souls will ascend to the azure blue heaven. The Cathars went through the Endura, the complete surrender of the personality to the inner Christ principle. Their successor today is the Brotherhood of the Golden Rosy Cross. Conference centers are built in many countries where the eternal call is delivered to all searching people. What is the spiritual school of the Golden Rosy Cross?
The work of the spiritual school manifests by a power which is not of this world. The message and the work of the spiritual school is directed towards the rose of the heart, that latent divine principle within us which is called to a higher life. The spiritual school transmits a power. This vibration cannot be explained from our earthly nature. This power field is the fertile soil, the nourishment for the blooming rose in the center of each microcosm. The school of the Golden Rosy Cross does not involve any occultism, such as the cultivation of the personality. The school is dualistic. It considers our world to be a visible, materialistic sphere with an invisible, reflecting sphere. It is the imperfect world in which we live. But interpenetrating our transitory world is the higher gnosis, a vibration of light power which can purify us for the return to the original divine realm. The spiritual school is Gnostic in its answering the eternal call of the Gnosis. It is transfiguristic in leading us through the renewal of our personality. This takes place according to a plan and a process made possible by the universal brotherhood. This process works like a subtle laboratory, similar to the alchemical laboratory of former times. It is directed to all of us who are conscious that our world is transient, full of deceit, and without eternal value. It is directed to anyone who asks the questions, who am I? Where do I come from? Where am I going?
The symbol of the spiritual school of the Golden Rosy Cross carries a synthesis of steps towards liberation. The circle symbolizes the universal power of the Gnosis, the power that comes from eternity and carries our universe. The triangle is the symbol for the three divine powers received by those people striving for higher soul life. The three powers are truth, wisdom, and love. The square symbolizes the foundation on which the pupils of the spiritual school of the Golden Rosy Cross do their spiritual work. It is the square of building, the true foundation of the pyramid of initiation. This symbol is engraved as a formula on the tombstone of Jacob Burmer by the classical Rosicrucians. Ex Deo Nascimur. From God we are born. In Jesus morimur. In Jesus we die. Per spiritum sanctum Revivissimus. Through the Holy Spirit, we are reborn.